a drum beat fight. Speedway, Speedway, greatest show on earth, they say. Speedway, Speedway, feel the earth shake, feel it sway. Tigers scream, they're hungry for more. Crowds erupt like a lion's roar. Adrenaline surging to the core. Dust in your teeth, fire in your chest. Speedway, Speedway, greatest show on earth, they say. Speedway, Speedway, feel the earth shake, feel it sway. Flags waving high like a battle call. Every lap's a war, no time to stall. Victory's a beast and it eats our Speedway, Speedway, greatest show on earth, they say. Speedway, Speedway, feel the earth shake, feel it sway.
Jerome Davis Lawn Mowing, your #1 lawnmower in the Perth region. Find us on Facebook at Jerome Davis Motorsport.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
us for our massive range of hose, fittings and performance products. Air filters, oil filters, fittings, engine and transmission parts, fuel systems, tanks, silicone hose, exhaust, air conditioning, turbo and nitrous accessories and more. Get your free catalogue and shop online now at aeroflowperformance.com.
We have these things pegged at 9,000 RPM for up to 50 laps, copping mud and debris.
As the crew chief, it's my job to make sure my wife Michelle has the safest and fastest car possible.
My customers want race car performance with show car looks.
From skiing to ocean racing, we run for over an hour at full noise. Quality and reliability is everything.
Doesn't matter what you drive, rotor, import, street, race.
These aren't your standard performance parts. Designed here in Australia, we've been involved in testing since the beginning.
The range started with a few hundred parts and has progressed to well over 10,000.
We need something that'll perform and outlast the competition.
That's why I use the best performance parts on the market.
That's why I use Aeroflow.
That's why we use Aeroflow.
Aeroflow's got something for you.
Welcome to the Summit Midget Series.
Well, good evening, race fans, and welcome to iRacing Outlaws TV. Tonight, we come to round number 5 of the 2025 Summer Midget Series here tonight at HUSETS Speedway here in Brandon, South Dakota. And what a night it's going to be worth of speed car action here tonight at HUSETS Speedway. Matt Bailey on the call with you for tonight. Codeman and Bentley are away for real-life Speedway stuff this weekend. So, as just me tonight, as always, big thanks to Brett Wheeler for joining me last week here on the broadcast back at Fairbury Speedway. And what an awesome night it was, where we saw the King of Fairbury, Ethan Foley, take the win at HUSETS Speedway. Unfortunately, no race recap this week. So it is going to be a cracking night worth of speed car action. This awesome little place always puts on wicked speed car racing, and I can't wait to see what tonight is going to be. Nonetheless, I reckon it's going to be mint. So as cars currently on the track for hot laps at the moment, Cooper Wilson is here tonight in the Hobbs Trenching and Boring 81 Racewear, number 14 car. We're going to take a quick lookie at the points. The best way to do that is, if you haven't got it already, download the iRacing Companion app. It is the best thing since sliced bread in terms of looking at your points or stuff like that. In terms of iRacing stuff, very, very cool. So the points are as follows. Cooper Wilson is still your leader with the points at 243. Very, very close behind is Lachlan Barbary in position number 2 with 240 points. Then we go back to Ethan Foley in position number 3 with 236 points. Only 1 point shy is Baxter Truchet in position number 4 with 235. Then we go back to Tyler Stralo, Nate Truan, Brock Lewis, Brock Thompson, Riley Hutchinson, and Joshua Walton round out your top 10. So far, the Beat Racing have dominated the last sort of 3 to 4 weeks. But Ethan Foley was absolutely unstoppable at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway last weekend. And I tell you what, I reckon he's going to be a force to be reckoned with here tonight as well, here at HUSETS Speedway here in Brandon, South Dakota. Very, very well-known racetrack on the What of Outlaws NOS entering sprint car scene, as the guys come here for the HUSETS High Bank Hustle and etc. And as we know, the What of Outlaws World Finals currently taking place at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway at the moment. So very cool to have that happening as well. Good luck to all the competitors over there competing at the What of Outlaws World Finals. And if you're going to your local racetrack this weekend, well, I hope you have a lot of fun. I know that the ACT Speedway has sprint cars up there this weekend, and we are not far away from going racing as well at the newly named Western Sydney Speedway, formerly Sydney International Speedway. I know that they've got a test and tune tomorrow night down that way, unfortunately closed to the public, but nonetheless, it'll give the guys a little bit of track time to see what is going to happen with that racetrack, as the first night of the season will be November 22. If you're in the Sydney region, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be keen to get down to the racetrack and see what's going to happen this season. I know the sprint cars are supposed to be on for the 22nd of November show, but yet the categories are still yet to be confirmed. Very, very cool as well with Wade Oranger and his team at the Sprint Car Speed Week as well, doing the Sprint Car Powerhouse Tour round at the Western Sydney Speedway on January 3. So very, very cool to be able to have that happen as well. I know High Tech Halls Toowoomba Speedway is on this weekend as well. So good luck to all the competitors up there this weekend, and hopefully all the race fans have a lot of fun. I know that Trey Gundry is watching online tonight as well, and he's here in the pit area with us here tonight here at HUSETS Speedway. And Trey is one of my teammates on the Bailey Motorsport team, and I know he'll be having a lot of fun driving the blue tow truck that he does up there at High Tech Halls Toowoomba Speedway. So hopefully everyone has a great weekend wherever you may be watching from. We welcome you to iRacing Outlaws TV, round number 5 of the Summer Midget Series here at HUSETS Speedway. If you're just joining us, and like I said before, it's going to be an absolute mint night of speed car action. 8-lap heat races we have for tonight. Before we go into those heat races, we have Hobbs Trenching and Boring qualifying coming up next on the racetrack. And hopefully, as we are looking currently at the camera view from turn number 3 and 4 on the racetrack, so you can see the cars, this is where they're running on the racetrack at the moment. Obviously, the bottom part of the racetrack here at HUSETS can be quite quick when you get around there pretty nicely. But obviously the top side in turn 1 and 2 is a little bit like Fairbury as well. When you go through turn number 3 and 4 at Fairbury American Legion Speedway, you got a nasty bump in the middle of the racetrack. Unfortunately, here at HUSETS, we are about to go qualifying though. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into Hauptstreckenboring boring qualifying. We're going to play a quick ad and we'll be back with some speed cars up on the racetrack. So race fans, as we get set for tonight, qualifying is out on the racetrack at the moment. And just as my live timing does not want to play the game tonight, we're just going to quickly reopen that. And we'll get some cars up onto your screen at home. Apologies about that. We'll get the live timing up as quickly as possible. Sometimes it does not want to play the game. But nonetheless, qualifying is in full swing. All right, now, Chad Gardner, quick time so far with a 13.496. We'll get the lap board up there as well. So let's take a look at some cars. Up on the screen right now, there is Harrison Turnbull as Braden Shute goes quick time, 13.443. The Hauptstreckenboring 81 Racewear, the Beat Racing number 59. Trey Gundry to position number 5 with a 13.707. Bradley Cox to position number 3 with a 13.500. As Bradley comes down the main straight into turn number 1 on his second lap. Does he go any quicker? No, he doesn't. Position number 4 as Brock Lewis puts it to position number 2. Car number 8 on the racetrack. 13 as Lewis goes quick time. 13.439. 13.439 for Brock Lewis. That's a good lap. As Jesse Hammond also on the racetrack as well. We will get some cars up. Cooper Wilson also on the racetrack, currently sitting 8th quick with a 13.560. As Wilson jumps to position number 5. Good lap there by Cooper Wilson. Axel Rudolph also on the racetrack as well. Or was. Jack Murphy out there as well. And the VB, the Victoria Bitter number 7 car, sits 13th quick with a 13.580. As Riley Bilson puts it to position number 6 with a position 5 with a 13.504. 13.504. Hayden Coulton also on the racetrack. As looks like we've had everybody about set a lap. We've got about 30 plus cars in the field for tonight, and we are about to go racing, race fans. We'll have a chat with your quick time man here tonight. And we'll bring him in right now, just before we go into Chad Gardner Heat Racing number 1. Your quick time man here tonight, though, race fans, is Brock Lewis. Brock, mate, what on quick time? What's going to be the game plan for Heat Race number 1?
Thanks, mate. Just going to try and hopefully transfer in and make the dash and see how we can go. Had a pretty terrible week last week, so hopefully have a better week this week.
Mate, congratulations on quick time. Go get him in the heat race, mate. We'll hopefully speak to you later. What up, mate?
Thanks, mate.
There it is, Brock Lewis. Probably got all sorts of people talking in his ear right now. Well, race fans, we're going to go into Chad Gardner Heat Racing number 1. And let's get set to do it. Chad Gardner Heat Race, as Chad Gardner Racing, this is Heat Race number 1. Well, race fans, let's do it right now. Heat race number 1, proudly brought to you by Chad Gardner Racing. And this is the way they will line up on the racetrack. It's going to be Brock Lewis and Bradley Cox on the front row, with Caden Harrison and Rusty O'Neill in row number 2. We'll see Lockie Brett and Jack Murphy in row number 3. But before that, we know that we have a top 4 invert. So that'll move Caden Harrison and Bradley Cox to the front row. Brock Lewis will move to position number 4. Rusty O'Neill will start from position number 3. We'll go to Lockie Brett and Jack Murphy in row number 3. Then we go to Jarvis Petch, Austin Smith, Harrison Turnbull, Zach Hilda, and Baxter Truchet down in position number 11. Sorry about that, race fans. It is a top 4 invert. As we are set to go, Chad Gardner Racing heat race number 1 on the racetrack. So as lights are out right now, Chad Gardner Racing heat race number 1 is set to launch. Bradley Cox on the pole alongside Caden Harrison. Then we go back to Rusty O'Neill and Brock Lewis in row 2. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get set to do it. Heat race number 1. Proudly brought to you by Chad Gardner Racing. We are green. Good start down to turn number 1 and 2 for the first time as we head down the back straight away. It's going to be Bradley Cox leading the way into turn number 3 and 4 this time. 1 down, 7 laps to go into turn number 1. Cox, Harrison on the top side. Down the back straight we go into turn number 3. Brock Lewis back there still in position number 4. Down the main straight away we go this time by into turn number 1. We're 2 down, 6 laps to go. Through turn 1 and 2, down the back straight away into turn number 3. This time off turn number 4. Bradley Cox in the blue and orange number 45 car heads down the main straight away into turn number 1. We're 3 down, 5 to run. Into turn number 1 and 2 as Lockie Brett looks to the outside, nearly makes it 3 wide. That's middle of the pack as he looks to the inside. 3 wide off turn number 4. Down the main straight away we go this time into turn number 1. Off turn number 2, Slide Job City. Jarvis Petch in there as well. Petch battling right now with... that's Lockie Brett on screen. Into turn number 1 and 2 we go. Battle for minor placings. It's your top 2 to make it through to your dash, but positions 3 and 4 go through to your feature race tonight. Into turn number 1 and 2 we go. Petch now comfortably in position number 3 as Jack Murphy battling right now for the 4th position on the inside. We've got a car around in turn number 3 and 4. We stay green. Into turn number 1 and 2 this time. But Bradley Cox pulling away into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag is out. Chad Gardner Racing heat race number 1 goes to Bradley Cox. Good stuff. Rusty O'Neill P2. Then we go back to Jarvis Petch and Lockie Brett in position number 4. Good stuff for Bradley Cox. We'll wait for him to pop in for a quick chat. Awesome stuff. Chad Gardner Racing heat race number 1 goes to Bradley Cox. And we'll bring him in right now for a quick chat. How about a race, fans? Heat race number 1 going to Bradley Cox. And wow. Brad, mate, good stuff in heat race number 1, mate. What's going to be the game plan for the Influence Clothing Co Dash?
Oh, man, just go in there and run consistent laps. Just can't thank Baxter Trachets for the amazing setups, and looking forward to getting the dash, and happy I was able to pull off the win there.
Mate, congratulations. We'll see you back for the dash, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
There it is, Bradley Cox, one of our American visitors here tonight. We're going to go right now into Jerome Davis Lawn Mowing heat race number 2.
Jerome Davis Lawn Mowing, your number 1 lawnmower in the Perth region. Find us on Facebook at Jerome Davis Motorsport.
So So race fans, here we go right now. Jerome Davis Lawn Mowing Heat Race number 2 is on track right now, and this is the way they'll start up. This is the way they'll line up. It'll be Ryan Davis and Riley Bilson in the front row. Braden Shute will move back to position number 4 with Liam Strickland from position number 3. Then back to Axel Rudolph, Cruz Carlin, Kelly Carmen, Cam McDonough, Ryland Dixon, Simon Caplet, and Oscar Ames are your 11 starters for heat race number 2 here tonight. Proudly brought to you by Jerome Davis Lawn Mowing. As again, big thanks to all our sponsors this season with the Summer Midget Series. Big thanks to Cam and all the boys at SMS for allowing me to do this each and every week. This is our penultimate round, race fans, as well. This is round number 5. Next week we head to the indoor track in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the Chili Bowl Speedway. And that's going to be a wicked night as well. Such a small racetrack, and have 400 horsepower midgets rock around that joint. It is going to be mint. But tonight we focus our sights on here at HUSETS Speedway here in Brandon, South Dakota. Looks like a couple of technical difficulties there for Braden Shute. But Riley Bilson on the pole with Flynn Davis. Sorry, I did say Ryan Davis earlier. It is Flynn Davis behind the wheel of that race car, the RAK Davis number 95. As we get set, heat race number 2, proudly brought to you by Jerome Davis Lawn Mowing. The rolling laps here at HUSETS are quite slow, but you get to hear the cars roll on by. Very cool, these little speed cars. If you've never seen them before, inline 4-cylinder engine, in excess of 400 horsepower. As we get set to go, Jerome Davis Lawn Mowing Heat Race number 2. 8 laps on the board here at HUSETS Speedway. As they roll off turn number 4. We're green. Good start into turn number 1 and 2 for the first time. Heading down the back straightaway. 4 wide down the back chute into turn number 3. This time off turn number 4. 1 down, 7 laps to go there. Nearly 3 wide still down the main straight. As we go into turn number 1, it's going to be Riley Bilson from Braden Shute. Shute, though, was second quick in qualifying. Good stuff right now. Braden Shute looks at the top side in turn number 3 and 4, though. Can't do anything with Riley Bilson. Into turn number 1 and 2 this time. We're 2 down, 6 to run. Here in heat race number 2, proudly brought to you by Jerome Davis Lawn Mowing. Into turn number 3 and 4. Shute looks for a slider. Can't make it work off turn number 4, though. Side by side for the race lead. It's going to be Braden Shute, though, to the race lead off turn number 2. Still mechanical issues with that race car run out for Braden Shute. Into turn number 3 and 4 we run. It's Bilson on the bottom. Shute around the top. Down the main straight we run. This time into turn number 1 and 2. We're 4 down, 4 to run. This time down the back chute we go into turn number 3. Braden Shute on the top side of the racetrack. Down the main straightaway this time by to turn number 1. This time we're 5 down and 5 down, 3 to run. Into turn number 3 and 4 we go. Bilson round the bottom. Shute's got the power down around the top side. Liam Strickland back there in position number 3. We've got a car upside down. That's Cruz Carlin in turn 1 and 2. Oscar Ames, though, trying to move his way forward in the dub 0. This time, though, we have 1 lap to go as Shute. He put it in the wall in turn 1 and 2. No. As we head down the back straight into turn number 3, though. Braden Shute saved it big time. Still mechanical issues with that race car. Braden Shute, though, will take the win. Riley Bilson will come home in position number 2. Liam Strickland in position number 3. Leading it back to Axel Rudolph in position number 4. We're going to have a chat, though, with your Jerome Davis Lawn Mowing Heat Race number 2 winner. We'll just wait for Braden to pop in. And there he is. Well, race fans, heat race number 2, proudly brought to you by Jerome Davis Lawn Mowing, goes to Braden Shute and Braden, mate. Well done in heat race number 2. What's going to be the game plan coming to the dash, mate?
It's good to actually get a clean heat in without getting taken out this week, so it's good. See what we draw on the dash and go from there. We've got a good race going underneath us tonight, so hopefully we can make the most of it.
Mate, well done on heat race number 2, mate. We'll see you back for the dash draw later on, mate. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
There it is, Braden Shute in car number 59. We're going to move on now, race fans, to 81 Raceway heat race number 3.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
Well, race fans, it's time now for 81 Raceway heat race number 3. As we know, the 45 car of Chad Gardner will move to the outside of the second row. So they're going to move Marcus Scott and Cooper Wilson to the front row with Hayden Coulton and Chad Gardner from row number 2. Then we go back to Ethan Foley and Nate Truan from row number 3. With Joel Butel, Trey Gundry, Jesse Hammond, Will Fallon and Kobe Rickaby are your 11th starters in heat race number 3, proudly brought to you by 81 Racewear. And we'll get cars up on your screen. As Chad Gardner in the T45. Tasmanian sprint car racer. And very cool to have Chad in here tonight, no doubt. He might have a pretty busy weekend, as he had a run at SunGold Stadium Premier Speedway Warrnambool over the course of the weekend. I believe he did pretty well in the Challenger Motors number 45 car. So we get set to go. Cooper Wilson, Marcus Scott front row. Hayden Coulton and Chad Gardner. Ethan Foley on the inside of the third row. Watch that SFR number 14 from position number 5. As we're set to go, race fans, heat race number 3, proudly brought to you by 81 Raceway. 8 laps on the board. We are green. Good start for the first time into turn number 1 and 2. Wilson, he's going to lead down the back straight into turn number 3. Foley, though, is around in turn number 3 and 4. No. Got absolutely punted by the 29 car of Joel Butel. We stay green, though, down the back stretch into turn number 3. This time off turn number 4. Wilson's on the top side. Down the main straightaway this time. 2 down, 6 laps to go. Here in 81 Raceway heat race number 3. And Chad Gardner, unfortunately, started on the outside of the second row. Now resides down in position number 9. Must have been caught up in that wreck in turn number 3 and 4, though. Marcus Scott slide job in on Hayden Coulton. That's for position number 2. Into turn number 3 and 4 we run, though. This time Coulton banks a concrete off turn number 4. Down the main straight we go into turn number 1 and 2. We're 4 down, 4 to run. Here in heat race number 3, proudly brought to you by 81 Racewear. Into turn number 3 and 4 this time by, though, down the main straightaway. This time we have 3 laps to run. Into turn 1 and 2, we watch the battle for position number 2 on screen. There's a battle as well for position number 4 on the racetrack. That's between Nate Truan and Jesse Hammond. That's car 58 and car 5. Just in screenshot there in turn 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Cooper Wilson into turn number 3 and 4 this time to the white flag. 1 lap to go. Here in heat race number 3 for 81 Racewear. In turn 1 and 2. Down the back straight away this time by to turn number 3. And off turn number 4. Cooper Wilson will get the job done in 81 Raceway Heat Race number 3. Good stuff to Cooper Wilson. We'll have a chat with the Heat Race winner in just a moment. Hayden Coulton, though, was home in position number 2. Marcus Scott in position number 3. And Jesse Hammond will round out your top 4. As we'll have a chat with Cooper Wilson in just a sec. We'll just wait for him to pop in for a quick chat just before we go into Horizon Sim Sport Heat Race number 4 tonight. And we'll have a chat with the man that comes home on the top step. Heat Race number 3, proudly brought to you by 81 Raceway. Cooper Wilson. Cooper, mate, good stuff in Heat Race number 3. What's going to be the game plan for the Influence Clothing Co. Dash?
I think we're just going to send it and just, have a good red hot crack at this one. I want to do all right tonight, so we're going to have a good go here.
Mate, good luck in the dash. Hopefully you draw a good number, mate. We'll see you back in the dash, mate. Well done.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
There it is, Cooper Wilson home on the top step in 81 Raceway Heat Race number 3. We're going to have a quick look now at a quick ad for Horizon Sim Sport. This is Heat Race number 4. So race fans, as we get set right now for Heat Race number 4, proudly brought to you by 81 Racewear. So actually I think we might be going into our C main. So we'll go into our C main for tonight, 81 Horizon Sim Sport it is. So your grid will line up this way and it will stand as it is on screen. So Cam McDonough, Ethan Foley, row number 1. Then we go back to, Harrison Turnbull and Rylan Dixon, row 2. Chad Gardner, Caden Harrison, row number 3. Then we go back to Cruz Carlin, Kobe Rickaby, Austin Smith, Kelly Carmen, and Will Fallon are your 11 starters in your C main for tonight. Apologies about that. We only had the 3 heat races on the program. So good stuff to our competitors out here so far for tonight. Your C main, 10 laps in distance. It's your top 2 from this one that go through to the back of the B main. And then we have our top 4 from your B main go through to your big dance here tonight. So this is what I call the second last chance to get into tonight's big dance. But the boys have a lot of laps under their belt here tonight. So Cam McDonough, Ethan Foley did not have the run that he wanted to in his heat race. And I know that 14 car is going to be wicked quick. So here we go, Cam McDonough, Ethan Foley, 10 laps on the board, top 2 through the back of the B main. We are green. Good start, and Chad Gardner straight to the race lead in turn number 1 and 2. Nearly 3 wide down the back, straight into turn number 3. Chad Gardner round the top side like a boss. We've got a big crash in turn number 3 and 4 though. Down the main straight, we go into turn number 1. We're 1 down, 9 to run. Foley's on the bottom. Here comes Ethan Foley on the inside of Cam McDonough. Big crash as well. Down the back, straight into turn number 3. Off turn number 4. I think that may have been Rylan Dixon that went upside down the back straight away. This time, Ethan Foley takes a race lead into turn number 3. This time off turn number 4 puts Chad Gardner, though, back to position number 3 as Cam McDonough moves back up into position number 2. The SFR CP3 SBS number 14 into turn number 3 and 4 has the race lead this time. We're 4 laps down, 6 laps to go. This time, Byers, we've got a big herd of cars into turn number 1. Chad Gardner's a little bit of spot of bother there. Drops back another couple of positions. Meanwhile, remember, Your top two make it through to your, the back of the B main. So these boys are going to want to try and get through right now. McDonough up on the inside of Caden Harrison. Harrison turns it back underneath him into turn number 3. Oh, McDonough's around in turn number 3 and 4. No, big crash. In turn number 3 and 4, though, we keep going. Harrison back up to the point right now in position number 2. Meanwhile, your race leader, Ethan Foley, he's got a 1.8 second gap. Back through to position number 2 right now is Ethan Foley. He's working that top side of the speedway beautifully right now. Into turn number 3 and 4 we run, though, this time. Off turn number 4 now, we have 2 laps to go in your C main. Harrison still on the bubble in position number 2. The WK Media Motorsport Entertainment number 2. Heads down the back straight. Chad Garner, who's moved his way back up into position number 3. This time, though, off turn number 4. Down the main straight where we go. This time by, we have 2 laps to go. Sorry, make that 1 for your race leader, Ethan, following to turn number 3. Off turn number 4, down the main straight away this time. Checkered flag is out. Ethan Foley will take your C main here tonight. Caden Harrison home in 2, Chad Gardner home in 3. And back to Kobe Rickaby, Harrison Turnbull, Cruz Carlin, Austin Smith, Will Fallon, Cam McDonough, Ryland Dixon, and Kelly Carman are your 11 finishers in your C main tonight. We'll have a quick chat with the man that comes home on the top step in your C main here tonight. Ethan, mate, good stuff in the C main. Now to the back of the B. What's going to be the game plan?
Yeah, I was just looking at the track just now. I don't really know what to do, but, you know, we'll see what we can do. We didn't really have the best heat there, but, yeah, you know, we'll see if we can make it through. Mate, good luck in the B, mate. Go get him, and hopefully we'll see you back later on, mate. Well done. Thank you for that, man. See ya. There it is. So, Ethan Foley up there as well. We'll now move into your Horizon Sim Sport B main, and this is for your last 4 transfer placings into tonight's A main. So race fans, time now for your B main as cars are on track, ready and set to roll. So it'll be Brock Lewis and Simon Caplet in this one, Nate Truant and Jack Murphy, row number 2. Then we go back to Flynn Davis and Joel Butell, row number 3. With back to Truchet, Oscar Ames, row number 4. And back to Trey Country, Zach Hilder, row 5. Ethan Foley and Caden Harrison are going to be your 12 starters in your B main here tonight. This is for the last 4 transfer spots into your A main for tonight. Coming up after this, though, we will have your Influence Clothing Co Dash redraw as well. So Brock Lewis, Simon Caplet, 15 laps on the board for this one. Our dash tonight will be over a distance of 6 laps as well. So as cars now roll away for your Horizon Sim Sport B main. Someone is right on the gas there on the back straight away. I think that may have been Oscar. I think Oscar Ames maybe a few mechanical issues are right now with that race car. So as we get set right now, Brock Lewis and Simon Caplet, Nate Truant and Jack Murphy, row 2. Flynn Davis and Joel Butell in row number 3. Let's see what Baxter Truchet can do in this one. Not having the best run here tonight. Had a good run last week. at Fairbury. Had a beautiful run at I-55. Pretty much clean swept the night. But here we go. Horizon Sim Sport B main, top 4 through to your A main. 15 laps on the board. We're green. Good start into turn 1 and 2. Davis looks straight to the inside, nearly 3 wide though, down the back straight. Into turn number 3 and 4 we run. This time, Lewis. Lewis smacked the fence off turn number 4. A little bit of a domino effect going on down the back main straightaway. Big crash, Simon Caplet upside down in a huge way on the main straightaway though. Meanwhile, Nate Truan has taken the race lead off turn number 4. Down the main straightaway we go this time. We are 2 down, 13 laps to go. Into turn number 1 and 2. This time into turn number 3 and 4. Lewis looks straight back to the top side. Baxter Truchet's up to position number 3. Meanwhile, looking for the race lead is Baxter Truchet on the bottom side of the racetrack. Nearly 3 wide though. Into turn number 3. This time off turn number 4. 3 wide for the race lead. Is it going to be helter skelter? A little bit of close contact there in turn number 1 and 2. Lewis gets relegated back to position number 3. Right now, your race leader is Baxter Truchet. Off turn number 4 this time. Zach Hilda's moved his way up the pack in the Hilda Motorsports Triple X race chassis. Number 66. He did it last week at Fairbury. Ran the C main and ran the B main as well. But Zach Hilda, a B main bandit here tonight here at HUSETS Speedway. This time we have 10 laps to go. Into turn 1 and 2. Down the back straight away. This time your race leader is Baxter Truchet. Right now it's Nate Truan, Brock Lewis and Zach Hilda. That's your top 4. Like I said, your top 4 make it through to the back of the A main here tonight to make it a 20-car field. Hilda's caught the infield berm there in turn number 1 and 2. Now under siege right now from Oscar Ames. Oscar on the inside of Zach Hilda right now. Hilda looking to regain the 4th spot at the moment. Into turn number 1 and 2. Hilda does that nicely. Into turn number 3 and 4 we go though this time. Your race leader is Baxter Truchet. Truchet now with 6 laps to go on the time ticker. Brock Lewis back there in position number 2. Then we go back to Nate Truan. Zach Hilda has put a little bit of a gap between himself and Oscar Ames. Caden Harrison looking to make his way through. In turn number 3 and 4 though. Meanwhile, your race leader heads through turn number 3 and 4. Down the main straightaway this time by. Into turn number 1 now with 4 laps remaining. We've done 12 laps so far. Into turn number 3 and 4 this time by. Down the main straightaway this time we now have 3 to go. Your race leader Baxter Truchet's in turn number 1. Right now Brock Lewis, he's closing the gap in on the 34 car of Baxter Truchet. Lewis runs the top shelf off turn number 4. Down the main straightaway this time by now with 2 laps remaining. Lewis gets a little bit up and over the cushion there in turn 1 and 2. The gap is about 0.6 of a second through turn number 3 and 4 this time. Now with 1 lap to go into turn number 1. This time down the back straight away we go into turn number 3 and 4. Come on race fans, put your hands together. Got it done. Baxter Truchet gets your Horizon Sim Sport B main in the books. Brock Lewis will come home in 2, Nate Truan in 3, and Zach Hilda will round out your top 4. Unfortunately for Ethan Foley, misses out by 1. And an awesome run there from Baxter Truchet will take out your Horizon Sim Sport B main here tonight. And we'll have a chat with the man that comes home on the top step in your Horizon Sim Sport B main here tonight. Baxter Truchet, your winner of your Horizon Sim Sport B main. Baxter, mate, obviously not the run that you're wanting to have here tonight. You're going to be from the back of the A main, mate, but what's going to be the game plan?
Yeah, just wait for the wrecks, I reckon. Wait for people to make mistakes around me and pick them off one at a time. Just do what I can to collect some points. Yeah, it definitely hurts when you miss qualifying early in the night and then get trapped behind some slow people in the heat races. So yeah, everything counts. And yeah, hopefully don't get trapped, don't get boxed in, and move forward, make some slow positions up, and make my way to the front.
Mate, good stuff in the B main here tonight, mate. We'll see you back for the feature race a little bit later on, mate. Well done.
Cool, thank you, will do.
There it is. Baxter Trouchet, your B-main winner here tonight. Well, race fans, we're going to move on now to your Influence Clothing Co. Dash redraw. And this is the way that they will start in your dash tonight. And then the way that they finish in the dash is the way that they'll line up in your A-main tonight. Proudly brought to you by Summit Midget League. So we're going to have a chat with the guys here tonight, and then we'll spin the wheel. We'll ask them a random question as well, and we'll move on to your first guy here tonight, and we'll bring in the first guy here tonight in for your Influence Clothing Co. Dash. It's Rusty O'Neill, mate. Rusty, it's a tough night out there on the racetrack, but mate, a random question that we normally do for the Influence Clothing Co. Dash is. Tonight's question is, who do you reckon's going to win the World of Outlaws World Finals?
Oh, that's a tough question.
For sprint cars.
I'm going to have to go with my favourite driver, Corey Day. I'm pretty sure he's doing it, isn't he?
I think he is. But nonetheless, that's pretty cool. Corey Day, we'll go with that. We'll spin the wheel for Rusty O'Neill, and it's going to be a number 19. 20 it is.
Okay.
For Rusty.
We can work with that.
So, Rusty, mate, good stuff. We'll see you back in the Influence Clothing Co. Dash later on, mate. Well done.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you.
So there it is, Rusty O'Neill. We'll bring in our next guy, which is Riley Bilson. Riley, mate, having a good run so far here tonight, but our random question of the night is, who do you reckon's going to win the World of Outlaws in the sprint cars at the World Finals?
Tyler Stralo. No, I don't know. I don't know, mate. It's a great question. I don't like David Gravel, unbiased opinion, but I don't know. We'll go
Sheldon. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. We'll spin the wheel for Riley Bilson and see where he can land. And it's going to be a number 30 for Riley Bilson. So good stuff, mate. Hopefully we'll see you back. So far, O'Neill spun a 20, so we'll see where you land up for the dash, mate. Well done. We'll see you back for the dash, mate. Well done.
See you, mate.
So there it is, Riley Bilson. We'll move on now to our next competitor, which is going to be Hayden Coulton. Hayden, mate, having a good run here tonight so far here at HUSETS Speedway, mate. But our random question of the night is, who do you reckon's going to win the World of Outlaws World Finals in the sprint cars?
That's a good question. We'll go Macedo. Carson Macedo.
Okay, good stuff, good stuff. We'll spin the wheel for Hayden Coulton and find out where he is going to land. And, not a good start. It's a 45. So.
Oh, that's rough.
That is rough. So, Hayden, mate, good stuff. Hopefully we'll see you back up towards the point into the dash, mate. Well done.
All right. Yeah.
There it is, Hayden Coulton. We'll move on to our next competitor, which is Cooper Wilson. Cooper, mate, good stuff. Good run here tonight so far here at HUSETS Speedway, mate. Obviously, our random question of the night, as we do with the Summit Midget Series, is who do you reckon is going to win the World of Outlaws World Finals for the sprint cars?
With Buddy Kofoid, I reckon.
All right. Okay. The TRD number 83 car. Good stuff. Good stuff. We'll spin the wheel for Coop Wilson. And he's going to land on a 46. Ouch.
No.
Ouch.
I haven't had a good one yet. Running out of rounds. That hurts.
Mate, good stuff. Well done, mate. And we'll see you back in the dash, mate. Well done.
Thanks, mate. We'll see what we can do.
There it is, Cooper Wilson. Only a couple of more drivers left to go, race fans. We're going to have a chat with the man right now. Races wingless sprints in New South Wales. How about a race fans for Braden Shoot? Brados, mate, our random question of the night, as we do with the Summit Midget Series. Who do you reckon is going to win the World of Outlaws World Finals for the sprint cars?
Tough one, could be anyone, but I'm going to say Rico Abreu.
All right, that's a newie. We've had, so far, that's a 4th different driver, mate. Well done. We'll spin the wheel for Braden
Thank
Shute
you.
and see where he lands.
Hopefully something good.
Hopefully something good, and it's a 37. Ooh.
Oh, that's all right. See what we can do.
All right, mate. Well done. We'll see you back in the Influence Clothing Co. Dash, mate. Well done, mate.
Absolutely. Thanks, mate. Bye.
There it is. So Braden Shute. And we'll move on now to our final driver here tonight, race fans. It's Bradley Cox, one of our American visitors here tonight. Bradley, mate, obviously you're over there in the US, so you're pretty well-rounded on this World of Outlaws stuff. Mate, our random question of the night is, who do you reckon is going to win the World of Outlaws World Finals for the sprint cars?
Is Rico taken? If not, I'll pick him.
Well, Rico's been said, but, mate, if you want to go Rico, you're welcome to go Rico.
All right, let's do that. Let's do that.
All right, so Rico Abreu, the Curb Agajanian Racing number 24 car. So we'll see where Bradley can land on our spin the wheel. And that's the best so far. It's a 16. So that will put Bradley Cox on the pole position for your Influence Clothing Co. Dash here tonight, race fans. How about it? Give it up for Bradley Cox. We'll see him back in the dash later on, mate. Well done. We'll see you back in the Influence Clothing Co. Dash, mate. Congratulations, and go get it, mate. Well done.
Thank you very much.
There it is, Bradley Cox. A very well spoken young man as well is Bradley Cox. So, race fans, what we're going to do, we're going to work out all the positions right now, and then we'll have our Influence Clothing Co. Dash coming up next on the racetrack. All right, race fans, welcome back to the show. Sorry about that. Just trying to get all the positions off to our race coordinators for tonight for our Influence Clothing Co. Dash. Here tonight, we're going to go into our Influence Clothing Co. Dash right now, and we're going to jump to a quick ad for Influence Clothing Co. Or not. The cars are on the track. So lucky for that. We're going to go and we're going to have a look and see where they are right now. So it is Braden Shute up towards the pointy end of the pack right now. As we head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straight away this time. Braden Shute will lead from Bradley Cox. Coulton back there in position number 3. Down the main straight away this time by into turn number 1 and 2. I believe we may have about 3 laps left to run as Hayden Coulton, and I think that may have been Riley Bilson down the back of the bus there, just getting together in turn number 1 and 2. Meanwhile, though, through turn 1 and 2, down the back straight. This time into turn number 3 and 4 we run. Off turn number 4, Cox looking to the inside on shoot, though, side by side for the race lead. Into turn number 1 and 2. This time, Cox heads down the back straight into turn number 3 and 4. Blocks the slider line from Braden Shute. I believe we should have 1 lap to go. In turn 1 and 2. No, I think that may have done it. So Bradley Cox will start on your pole position. Braden Shute will start on his outside in your A-main for tonight. So as cars will head back to the pit area and we'll have a chat. All right, now with Bradley Cox, we'll bring him in for a quick chat in just a sec. So we've only just spoken to this guy, but nonetheless, Bradley Cox, mate, well done on the win in the dash, mate. Obviously going to set you up pretty nicely for the A-main.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a good battle there. The track feels really good right now. It's really racy. So good job to everyone that puts this on. And I can't thank everyone enough. Again, I got to thank Baxter, Trouchets for the amazing setups and everyone that puts this league on, and you for broadcasting.
Mate, what's going to be, obviously, you're starting on pole, so what are you guys down in the pit area going to do now to this race car? Tighten it up or just add fuel, or what's going to be the game plan with the race car?
It may do a little adjustments, tightening it up, but other than that, this car is rolling real nice. So, yeah, I'm happy with it.
Well, mate, good stuff in the dash, and proudly brought to you by Influence Clothing Co., mate, and we'll see you back in the A-main, mate. Well done.
Thank you so much.
There it is, Bradley Cox, your winner of your Influence Clothing Co. dash here tonight. Well, race fans, we're going to play a couple of ads, and we'll be back with your Summer Midget Series A-main coming up next on the Speedway, and it's going to be a cracker.
Aeroflow, famous for our massive range of hose, fittings and performance products. Air filters, oil filters, fittings, engine and transmission parts, fuel systems, tanks, silicone hose, exhaust, air conditioning, turbo and nitrous accessories and more. Get your free catalogue and shop online now at aeroflowperformance.com.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
Welcome to the Summit Midget Series.
Well, race fans, it's time now for your Speed Car A-main, and we'll have a look at your starting positions from this tonight. It is from 7 on back, as we had 6 cars in your dash, and we'll go through your top 6 in just a sec. So we'll be Jarvis Petch and Liam Strickland from 7 and 8. Then we go back to Marcus Scott and Lockie Brett in position 9 and 10. Axel Rudolph and Jesse Hammond from 11 and 12. Then we go back to Baxter Truchet, Brock Lewis, Nate True and Zach Hilda in 15 and 16. Then we go back to Ethan Foley, Caden Harrison, and Jack Murphy and Joel Butel in your 20th starting position here tonight here at HUSETS Speedway. Race fans, it's that time of the night. Let's get set to do it for the Summit Midget Series.
And bruised, dust clouds choke the view. Engines scream louder, louder. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Summit Midget Series. Running on fumes and fury, running on fumes and fury. No brakes, no mercy.
This is a better version, actually. I played the wrong one.
Choke the view. Engines scream louder, louder. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Summit Midget Series. Running on fumes and fury. Summit Midget Series. No brakes, no mercy. Tiny wheels spinning wild. Rubber burns, chaos smiles.
All right, race fans, it's that time. Let's get set to do it. Here at HUSETS Speedway, your A-main, round number 5 here at HUSETS is green. Good starting to turn 1 and 2 for the first time. Down the back, straight away we go into turn number 3 and 4 we run. Down the main straight away, we're 1 down, 29 to run. Into turn number 1 and 2, Bradley Cox is your race leader. Banks a wall off turn number 2 though. Into turn number 3 and 4 we go. Down the main straight away this time, by into turn number 1. Oh, we are yellow, yellow, yellow. Caution lights on. And I hope you guys like that song as well. Very, very cool. Gives me the goosebumps, I can tell ya. So as we'll wait for the iRacing.com official pace truck to pull out onto the racetrack. So Bradley Cox is your race leader. Looks like it was Lockie Brett that was caught up in that little unfortunate incident there in turn number 1 and 2. So a big thanks to all you, the race fans, for tuning in here tonight. It's been a pretty wicked night in the office. Still got 28 laps on the board. Only 2 laps in. And the pressure is on big time right now for Bradley Cox. Pretty much our only American visitor here tonight. In the Inferno number 45 car. As we get set to let him loose. Bradley Cox, Rusty O'Neill. That's your front row. Let's get set to do it, race fans, off turn number 4. Still 28 laps to the board. Back to green we go. Good restart into turn number 1 as Cox runs the bottom, gets a little bit sideways in turn 1 and 2. Holds the car down into turn number 3. This time off turn number 4. Down the main straightaway we go, this time by. For another lap down, we got 27 to run. This time in turn 1 and 2. One car running the top side, that's Braden shooting turn 1 and 2. This time through turn number 3 and 4 though. We are 5 down, 25 to run. This time and Bradley Cox is absolutely ripping it right now in that Inferno number 45 car, but here comes Cooper Wilson. Wilson just almost tags the back of the tail tank of the 45. This time down the main straightaway we go to turn number 1. Wilson in that Hobbs, trenching and boring the beat, racing number 14. And we are yellow, yellow, yellow. Caution lights on. One more time here at HUSETS Speedway. And absolutely ripping it is Bradley Cox in that 45 machine. Cooper Wilson, though, was hot on his heels. In the Hobbs, trenching and boring 81 race, where the beat racing number 14. Rusty O'Neill in that SFR number 11. As we get set to let him loose. One more time, we'll line up the cars on the racetrack. Again, we'll go double file restart up until about 10 laps to go, and then we'll go single file racing. But very, very cool to see. The track is multi-groove here tonight. So Bradley Cox, Cooper Wilson, Rusty O'Neill, Braden Shute, Hayden Coulton, Riley Bilson. That's your top 6. Then go back to Jesse Hammond, Jarvis Petch in the 57. Brock Lewis, Marcus Scott round out your top 10. Ethan Foley's up 6. Here tonight. So must have been some post-race penalties after that B main, because I'm pretty sure Foley actually came home in 5th. So must have been some post-race penalties, but nonetheless, we are set, racked and stacked, ready to go. One more time, 24 on the board, we're green. One more time here at HUSETS Speedway. Green lights are on. Cox again tags that inside berm in turn number 1 and 2. Holds down the race lead, but Cooper Wilson is right knocking on the door right now. Here comes Braden Shute up into position number 3. Absolutely closed the door big time on Rusty O'Neill. Oh, Shute gets a little bit sideways there in turn number 3 and 4 though. Settles the ship in turn 1 and 2 this time. Cox underneath a lot of pressure right now. Into turn number 3 this time. Wilson to the inside. Cooper Wilson takes the race lead side by side though in turn number 1. This time heading down the back straightaway. We are now 10 down, 20 to run. Into turn number 3 and off turn number 4 this time by Braden Shute. Back there in position number 3. Has that car, is that car too quick, too early? In the 59. Into turn number 3 and 4, Shute. Slide job in on Cooper Wilson. Down the main straightaway this time by into turn number 1 and 2. We are now 12 down and 18 to run. Into turn number 3 and 4. Cox from Shute, from Wilson, from O'Neill. That's your top 4. Then we go back to Bilson, Lewis, Petch, Foley. Who's up into position number 9. Zach Hilder as well. He's up 8. That's pretty cool for the 66 car. Meanwhile, Bradley Cox still holds down the race lead. Goes to the bottom in turn 1 and 2, but he was right on the top then in turn 3 and 4. So maybe the slider line right now is working for the 45, but here comes Braden Shute to the inside. Into turn number 1. This time heading down the back straight away. We go into turn number 3. Braden Shute now your new race leader. Into turn number 3 and 4 we run though this time by last start feature race winner Ethan Foley back down in position number 8. Right now on the racetrack, Cox Underneath a lot of pressure, there's banging the wheels into turn number 3. This time off turn 4 though. Down the main straight we run, this time into turn number 1. Off turn number 2. Cox trying to hold off Cooper Wilson, and so too the fast approaching Rusty O'Neill. Into turn number 3 and 4 this time. Down the main straightaway we go. Into turn number 1 and 2. Shoot. Runs the middle part of the racetrack pretty nicely into turn number 3. This time goes to the top shelf off turn number 4. Rusty puts a slide job in on Cooper. Down the main straight we run this time into turn number 1 and 2. Wilson returns serving turn 1 and 2 on Rusty. Into turn number 3 and 4 we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 20 laps down and now 10 laps to go. For your race leader, it's Braden Shoot out in front. Down the back straight away this time into turn number 3. Shoot runs the top side this time. Now 9 laps to go. So it's Braden Shoot from Bradley Cox, from Cooper Wilson, from Rusty O'Neill. Now from Brock Lewis. Brock trying to put himself into the picture. This time down the main straight away we go. We have 8 laps remaining in your speed car A main for tonight here at HUSETS Speedway. Through turn number 3. This time off turn number 4. Braden Shoot crosses the stripe. Now with 7 to run. This time in turn number 1. Cox runs the slider line in turn 1 and 2. Goes to the middle part of the racetrack. In turn number 3 and 4 this time goes to the top shelf. Wilson looks for a slider in on Bradley Cox, so nothing happening there. In turn 1 and 2 this time. Rusty all over the rear tail tank right now with the 14 of Cooper Wilson. Lewis to the bottom side in turn 3 and 4. Now we have 5 laps to run for your race leader, Braden Shoot. Heads down the back straight into turn number 3. This time off turn number 4. Heading down the main straightaway this time by now with 4 laps to run. Ethan Foley though, he's up 11 spots. He's running the wheels off this race car right now. He's up to position number 6 on the racetrack. Foley, you can see him just in shot there as well. Running the top side like a boss. Is the SFR number 14 banging it off the boards in turn 1 and 2. Into turn number 3 and 4 this time now with 2 laps to run. The Hobbs trenching and boring the beat racing number 59 of Braden Shoot. Heads down the back straight into turn number 3. This time off turn number 4. 1 lap to go. White flag is out for your race leader. Braden Shoot, 1 lap to run. Make that half a lap to go. Into turn number 3. This time out of turn number 4. Race fans, put your hands together. Round number 5. The penultimate round goes to Braden Shoot. Good stuff, Brados. Bradley Cox, a strong second. Cooper Wilson said he wanted to have a good result here tonight. He said he was going to give it a red hot crack and comes home in position number 3. What a race. What do we have? 2 cautions throughout that whole A main. That is awesome. Good stuff to all the drivers out there on the racetrack. And we'll have a look at your results up on your screen right now. So there it is. So Braden Shoot had a just over a 1.5 second race lead though over Bradley Cox. Good stuff there, Braden. Then we go back to Bradley Cox, Cooper Wilson, then back to Brock Lewis, Rusty O'Neill, Ethan Foley, then back to Lockie Brett, Riley Bilson, Zach Hilder in 9th. Then we go back to Jack Murphy, rounding out your top 10. As we take a look at your back half with Hayden Coulton, Marcus Scott, Joel Butel, Jesse Hammond, Axel Rudolph, Caden Harrison, Liam Strickland, Baxter Truchet, Jarvis Petch, and Nate Truen are your 20 finishers. Here tonight, here at HUSETS Speedway, and we'll have a chat with your top 3 coming up right now. So we'll bring home the man that comes home in position number 3 here tonight. Well, race fans, how cool to have this guy here up on the top, up on the podium. He said he wanted to give it a red hot crack, and he did as well. Home in position number 3. How about it, race fans? In the beat racing number 14, it's Cooper Wilson. Hey, Coops, Mate, what a race. 2 cautions, but nonetheless, that was more than 20 laps. Green flag racing, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, man, that was unreal. That was a good race between Bradley and Braden there. It was awesome. Track was spot on. Yeah.
Mate, talk us through, obviously, tonight. You said you wanted to give it a red hot crack. Mate, I think you gave it everything. That race car shield was bullet fast, mate. But hey, on to next week at the Chili Bowl, an indoor track. I know, obviously, a lot of the guys have run a lot of laps there. But obviously, what's going to be the game plan going into next week after tonight?
Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, yeah, obviously I gave it a good go tonight. Like I said, I wanted to. Wished I had finished a little bit higher. One of the win would have been good, but I've just been trying to finish now. Obviously leading the championship and just want to get them good results and try and get on the podium week in, week out. But yeah, we're just gonna push on and try and get the job done at the Chili Bowl. But yeah, like I said, it would have been good to finish that a little bit higher just to get them extra points, get a good lead going into Chili Bowl. Don't know whether to be scared or happy that it's at Chili Bowl, but I reckon it's going to be pretty hectic and you won't want to miss out on it. But yeah, it'd be good fun. So we're just going to give that one a red hot crack as well and see if we can come home with the championship.
Mate, put it this way. You're currently, as you said, you're currently the points leader. Foley finished 6th overall tonight. Lockie's not here, so I think the points for you are going to be pretty safe right now. But mate, obviously it's going to be, you know, from the drop of the green flag at the beginning of the season. Let's just do a quick recap. Round 1, you took out the win in fine form, mate. Obviously that was awesome stuff. We moved on to round 2, went to round 3, went to round 4. And it obviously just consistency is obviously key with this 14 car.
Yeah, mate, definitely. I had a bit of a shocker at Eldora. Got taken out and was in an incident with another car, which hurt. Dropped us down off the points lead for a little bit there. Then we managed to get our way back up there. And yeah, I'm just pretty happy to keep it consistent. And yeah, it was awesome to get that win straight off the bat in the first round. And then a good second there at I-55. So I'm pretty happy with how the season's been going. And yeah, we just got to keep pushing through. So,
mate, awesome stuff here tonight. Obviously, 3rd place, mate. Obviously, mate, good way to cap off tonight. Mate, before we let you go, thank all the sponsors on this race car. Thank all the boys behind the scenes, mate. I know there's a lot of good people you want to thank for tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, mate. I just want to thank Hobbsy. He does everything for the team, an unreal job. We can't thank him enough for everything he does, all the support that he gives us week in, week out. The Beat Racing, Hobbs Trenchant and Boring, 81 Racewear, Bentley Summers Designs, Rapid Race Replicas, Bunbury Shock Centre. Cameron for putting on the league. He's done an unreal job. Luke for doing the admin and putting up with all the drama. You for doing the streams week in, week out. You do a top job. Keep it up. And yeah, everyone else that helps out.
Well, there it is, race fans. Very well spoken. Here's Cooper Wilson, mate. Well done, and I hope we'll see you back for championship round, mate. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
There it is, Cooper Wilson home in position number 3 here tonight. We'll have a chat with a man that comes home in position number 2 here tonight. Sorry, no, wrong driver. Back up you go. We'll have a chat with this guy. Well, race fans, now we're going to have a chat with the man that comes home in position number 2. Led a lot of the race here tonight. How about a race fans? Our only American visitor here tonight, home in position number 2, driving the Inferno, number 45 car. Give it up for Bradley Cox. Bradley, mate, you gave it a red-hot crack here tonight, mate, but obviously position number 2, not a bad way to cap off the night.
No, it really isn't. Good job to Braden. The track was very technical. It's definitely a track that I liked right there. Super slick, and you really had to find your rhythm and find like the piece of track that was like really tacky, but there really wasn't much out there, so you kind of had to just lean it on the wall and hope for the best. But yeah, it kind of felt like I started losing gear there a little bit at the end, kind of hitting the chip a little bit too much. But P2, not bad at all. We'll take that. Had a good night.
Mate, obviously, I'm sure you've seen this racetrack many a times in real life before. You must have studied it at one stage or another because this race car tonight, mate, was bullet fast.
Surprisingly, I haven't raced here yet in real life, but that's on the bucket list. But yeah, I just can't thank Baxter. He tuned this thing up really nice, and I just did my adjustments that I like to do that fits me, my driving style, and it worked out well. So I can't thank him enough and everyone that puts this on.
Mate, congratulations on position number 2. I'm sure there's a few sponsors you want to thank for tonight's efforts, mate. Well done.
Yeah, I gotta thank Speed Factory with Tim Ryan. Gotta thank Baxter Trackhead Setups. I gotta thank Redline Performance Roofing, Insane Graphics, CP Pistons. I gotta thank the good Lord above for letting me do what I love, and yeah, I can't thank everyone enough for putting this on.
Well, there it is, race fans. Very well spoken. Our only US visitor here tonight. Give it up for Bradley Cox. Well done, mate. We'll hopefully see you back next week at the Chili Bowl, mate. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. I'll be there.
There it is, Bradley Cox home in position number 2. Now we'll have a chat with this guy. How about a race fans on the top step here tonight? Give it up for the Hobbs Trenching and Boring the Beat Racing number 59. Give it up for Braden Shute. Brados, mate, the wingless experience must seriously pay off with speed car racing, yeah?
Oh, absolutely, it does. It's just about reading the track at the time. Just gotta make the right choices at the right time, and hope for the best. So that's what I did tonight, and yeah, good to finally get a good result.
Mate, this car shear was bullet quick, absolutely bullet quick here tonight. What setup changes did you and the team make? Obviously down in the pit area, obviously pretty cool to have the Summer Midget Series as an open setup league. So what sort of stuff did you actually have to do here tonight with the race car, knowing the track may be slick, it may not be slick in certain areas, but, what was it, shocks, this, that?
Yeah, just the shocks and playing with the stagger and stuff. You didn't want to be too good too early, so I was trying to set it up for late race, and it wasn't great in the last 5 laps, but it was fast for it to be pulled in a race and had a lot of drive. So yeah, me, Cooper, and the boys, we discussed it all, and yeah, we made the right adjustments. So it's good for the team and good all around night.
Mate, awesome stuff here tonight here at HUSETS Speedway, mate. Well done on the win. Mate, obviously next week we go to the Chili Bowl track. What's going to be the game plan going there, knowing how small the track is compared to this place?
Hopefully just you're going to need some good luck. So I had some good luck tonight finally. Like, I've been quick, the rounds I've done, like quick time last week, and just got hit out of the way a few times. So it was good to get some luck, and I don't know, just see how we go next week, have a bit of fun, and just got to thank all the sponsors as well, like Hobbsy. He puts a lot of time and effort into this sim racing, and it doesn't go unnoticed for the amount of effort he puts into us boys, and all the sponsors, Hobbs Trenching and Boring, 81 Racewear, Bentley Summers Designs, Rapid Race Replicas, and Bunbury Shock Centre. So thanks to everyone, and yeah, just Hobbsy, he keeps this team turning each and every week.
Mate, well done on the win here tonight. Before we let you go, mate, what's the game plan for the wingless season coming up ahead?
Hopefully racing early December. Just had to get a new motor and stuff sorted for the upcoming season. So hopefully December, and we'll try and do some travelling this year instead of just staying local. So want to try and go to Victoria, and the main goal is to get to the Perth Motorplex in April for the Aussie title. So got to look for some sponsors and stuff to come on board if they're interested. So we'll see how we go, see what we can do.
There you go, race fans. You heard it first. Braden Shute, get on board with the Hobbs Trenching and Boring number 59 car. Races wingless sprints out of New South Wales. So jump on board with Brados. Braden, mate, congratulations on the win, mate. Hopefully we'll see you back next week, champion. Well done.
You definitely will. Thanks, mate.
There it is, Braden Shute in the Hobbs Trenching and Boring the Beat Racing number 59 car, and we'll have a chat with also our hard charger here tonight. Very cool to have him here tonight. Took out the win last week in his first win of the season with the Summer Midget Series. Ethan Foley. Ethan, mate, hard charger here tonight, man. That race car, I saw at one stage you were smashing it off the boards, man. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. The car felt pretty good. The track was definitely difficult there, We had the set for it, but I guess we couldn't make it there in the end.
Mate, talk us through the track. Obviously,
I'm not. You run quite a extensive amount of laps here at HUSETS. Obviously, a little bit close to Fairbury. Obviously, one track you're very, very good at. Talk us through this racetrack, mate. Obviously, you have a lot of experience here on iRacing. Like I said to Braden before, obviously you couldn't be too good too early. Obviously, had to try and find your line and work out what the racetrack was going to do.
Yeah, you definitely had to save your tyres a little bit. I kind of knew the track was going to go that black, and just looking at it in the end there, I found out a new little tip that I have with setups and whatnot. So yeah, the track was definitely difficult. The lines kind of changed up a lot. The bottom was in there. The middle was in a little bit in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 a tiny bit. But yeah, the top around for me was probably the best way to go.
Mate, congratulations on Hard Charger here tonight, mate. Obviously up 11 positions, mate. That's a pretty good effort. Mate, thank all the sponsors on the car. I know there's a lot of good people that obviously are behind the SFR team, mate. So, mate, take the time, thank all the boys, and thank all the sponsors, mate. Well done.
Yeah, definitely. I'd just like to thank Sanders, DC Dig, CS Designs, Smith, Profab, Simpsons, Ultra Shield, KRE, and definitely RPW for the help.
There it is, race fans. You heard it from Ethan Foley. Mate, congratulations on Hard Charger here tonight. We'll see you back at the Chili Bowl, mate. Well done.
Yeah, thanks. Definitely will, mate.
There it is. Ethan Foley home in, your Hard Charger here tonight. Well, race fans, what a night it has been here at the HUSETS Speedway. We did consecutive 20-plus laps non-stop, only 2 cautions here tonight, and it has been a ripper night worth of speed car action here tonight here at HUSETS Speedway. Next week, we go to Tulsa, Oklahoma at the Indoor Chili Bowl racetrack for our championship finale with the Summer Midget Series. Tonight was our penultimate round, and hopefully everyone has enjoyed all the action. Until next time, my name is Matt Bailey. Thank you to all the race fans that have tuned in here tonight. It has been a wicked night's worth of speed car action. Like I said before, if you are going to your local racetrack this weekend, we hope you have a great time, because I know there is some sprint car racing on this weekend, and so I know sprint cars are the best thing on the planet in terms, as well as midgets, actually. So, race fans, have a good weekend, and we'll see you next Thursday night live from 8:30 p.m. live from the Chili Bowl for the Summer Midget Series, round number 6.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
Jerome Davis Lawn Mowing, your #1 lawnmower in the Perth region. Find us on Facebook at Jerome Davis Motorsport.
We have these things pegged at 9,000 RPM for up to 50 laps, copping mud and debris.
As the crew chief, it's my job to make sure my wife Michelle has the safest and fastest car possible.
My customers want race car performance with show car looks.
From skiing to ocean racing, we run for over an hour at full noise. Quality and reliability is everything.
Doesn't matter what you drive, rotor, import, street, race.
These aren't your standard performance parts. Designed here in Australia, we've been involved in testing since the beginning.
The range started with a few hundred parts and has progressed to well over 10,000.
We need something that'll perform and outlast the competition.
That's why I use the best performance parts on the market.
That's why I use Aeroflow.
That's why we use Aeroflow.
Aeroflow's got something for you.
Roar of engines breaking the night. Mud flying thick under pale moonlight. Hearts pound fast like a drum beat.